look, congratulations on advancing. Obviously, you know about surviving and advancing, and you know about what it takes to cut down nets. I'm wondering what it is about this team, Coach, that might feel different to you or remind you of a previous run at all.
Yeah, it reminds me of some of them. I mean, we've been as I said, I've done it all. I've been a 1 seed and got beaten the first weekend, and I've been a 2 seed, I think, and got beaten the first weekend, and I've been a 7 seed and gone to a Final Four. So I'm not sure seeds matter like they used to, Rich. It's just there's just so much either parity or there's so many people trying to find themselves. And the one thing I thought about our team all year, we had 2 major injuries early. The guys missed a lot of time, and then we got them back, and then they got, then they went out again. And so we've been a little bit up and down. We're not the most talented team I've had. It's kind of like the Denzel Valentine team of 15. Maybe we, who knows if we can make a run. We've already made a little run, and now, the way everybody's been getting beat, I don't know who's left. It's hard to believe. I'm sure your bracket's all screwed up, but even my bracket's all screwed up. So I don't know. It's been an interesting year in college basketball.
Well, I mean, the 1 seed in Purdue went out. You mentioned first game, my goodness. And Florida Atlantic beats Fairleigh Dickinson and faces Tennessee in the other regional semifinal that's there in Madison Square Garden. So I would say there's a clearer path to the basket, but as you pointed out, seeds don't really matter anymore.
No, there's a lot of good teams. I mean, we played Kansas State, and we had played Kentucky earlier. I thought we'd end up playing Kentucky, and then Kansas State beat them, and then we played Tennessee in an exhibition game early in the year, and I think they got the clearest path to the Elite Eight. I mean, they have to beat Florida Atlantic, and that's not the same, but it's an 8 seed. So who knows? It's been such a topsy-turvy tournament that every time you think you can predict something, it's unpredictable. So hopefully we'll just keep doing our job and see where it takes us.
Well, I mean, you have 55 NCAA tournament wins now, Coach, and so you're a perfect guy to ask this. Is there more parity now? Is there more talent that's spread out all over the country that does lead to seeds not mattering anymore? Have you noticed that from your position on a bench all these years in the NCAA tournament, Tom?
Rich, I noticed a big change. I don't know if it's parity, the transfer rule. I don't know what it is. Guys, nobody wants to stay one place. We're getting to be a transactional organization now, and instead of the old, I think your old buddy Bo would have trouble this day and age, and mine Judd. I don't think they'd like the movement. Hey, tell a kid he's got to go to class, and I'm leaving tomorrow. So I think we got some of that going on. I think we're in this period right after COVID, where everybody's trying to find themselves. But I think parity's good. But like in the NFL, I don't think everybody should be 9-7, or 10-6, and it's kind of happened in our league this year. Everybody was 11-7 or 11-8, and that's kind of hard to handle, at least right now. Maybe that becomes the new normal. I don't know, but I think it's a situation where there's a lot of moving parts right now in college football and basketball. Let's see where it lands.
Do you think there's a lot of Heathcote head knocking would happen if he was,
Yeah, like I said, your guy Bo and my guy Judd, I'm not sure they'd.
Different times.
I'm having trouble adjusting, but those two, I don't think they'd adjust very well.
Hey, did Heathcote ever come back after knocking his head so damn hard with his own fist, say, I actually hurt myself? Did he ever say anything? Did that ever happen?
That one time he had a watch on and he did it and he was bleeding, and I told him he was bleeding and he yelled at me. And then one time, remember when he threw the ball down and it came up and hit him in the head? I went to catch him, and he told me to get my blankety blank hands off me. It was awesome, man. Guys get worried about what people say to people now. I was fired so many times during that 12 years that I'm surprised I'm still here, to be honest.
Are you serious? He told you he told you those things, and then and what? You just came back to work the next day as if it didn't happen, or like did that?
Yeah. Now we transfer. We'd leave. We'd be insulted. We'd have mental illness or something. The things that go on now are so insane. But back then, it was part of building who you were and your character. And,
right.
And you went through it. I'm sure everything didn't go perfect there when you started working. I'm sure you've had bosses that told you didn't do a good enough job.
Oh yeah.
Or people outside, and you fight through it. But this day and age, you kind of some give up and quit, and that's annoying to me. But other than that, I'm just happy that I got a team that isn't like that. Maybe because they're not all superstars, but they've even when we were struggling, I kind of believed in this team, and I don't know why. I'm usually a glass half empty guy, but this year I had it half full, and at least some of it's been full.
Tom Izzo.
And, we'll see what we can do.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.